Windows 7 clients up and ready waiting for users to connect. So there's no lag. Even though that workstation rebooted, that will be available within 5 minutes, and that will be available for another user as and when they request it. So you always have a pool available. And they're all using the same standard image. That's the keynote here. However, you may, for example, need to have maybe a couple of images within your corporation for particular reasons. Then that's also technically possible. And then what you can do is you can publish users to certain desktops depending on their usage, whether they're a power user or an admin. All this is possible for group membership. The other thing is the applications themselves. I happen to be getting these applications that you see here because I'm a member of those particular global groups within AD. It's all group-based, so you can make it completely granular and that level of detail and control. As you can see, I've logged back on, but I still have my Windows theme loaded, so I've still got my background. And in the background, what it's actually done is it's captured my personalization. So when I load up, for example, Notepad, I'm hoping it will, there you go, I have my big icon. So it's proved to me it's remembered those settings. However, if I go to regedit, let's see if, as the user, when I installed that program myself, is it still there? HKey local machine software, there is no NIC Hive anymore. It's basically taking me back to the vanilla corporate standards, which is exactly what you want. How often does the help desk get calls with issues where users have messed around on their system and that they spend the next day or so trying to figure out what's been going on, and in the end they just refresh their workstation? This is the essence here. You're guaranteeing service all the time, 100% of the time. As you can see, I can still launch my virtual apps. They launch, every time you relaunch it will pre-cache. What we can do in the background as well, we haven't actually done this in this environment, is you can tell your apps to pre-cache in the background as part of the boot sequence of your virtual desktop. So within the background, what we'll do is an automatic 100% pre-cache of all those apps. So when the user actually sees their desktop and launches these apps, there will be no lag. They will instantly load without the need for caching. All this is technically possible. Okay, so there I've demonstrated to you the Windows 7 and the power of Zen Desktop. I also want to emphasize the fact that this is on local LAN through remote or through WAN connections. I've been using this from using my laptop at home using a 3G USB Vodafone card, and I've been having my full desktop running without any concerns at all. I've been doing all my corporate email, all my work, Word documents, etc., without any real lags at all, because of the ICA technology, because of the advances in the ICA optimizations, etc. This is all now technically possible. Also, iPhone integration is a huge benefit as well. Using the same topology, I can connect through my iPhone on the go, wherever in the world, anytime, any place, anywhere. I can get access to my Windows 7 full-blown desktop and run my applications if required, or my seamless apps. That's basically the end of the demo from myself. I hope you've enjoyed. Any questions at the end, please do feel free to ask. Thank you very much.
Thanks for that, Nick. Okay, so as you've seen, there's a great deal of flexibility in being able to deploy, not only to migrate a Windows 7 environment, but also deploy those finicky applications which might be unique in nature or requirements, and may indeed affect the end operating system, and that has what has traditionally lagged operating system upgrades in the past. So just to reinforce, obviously the traditional PC and the concept of the PC has ongoing costs. There's the desktop refresh, which is obviously an upfront cost, but there's also day-to-day costs of maintaining this environment. We have to staff the help desk and make sure that we have sufficient people on the help desk to respond to end-user support incidents and issues. We have to deal with downtime. The PCs themselves are totally self-contained. They include the OS and the applications and the personalized settings, and it results in thousands, hundreds if not thousands of unique systems throughout
Welcome to GoToWebinar, web events made easy.
You can see the traditional life cycle of the PC showing all the various steps in simply procuring the machine and then getting it to the user's desks and keeping it running on an ongoing basis. Where we believe we can take you though.
Welcome to GoToWebinar, web events made easy.
User while the parts are kept very isolated and virtualized. This allows the individual components to reside where it's most convenient for your IT management teams to be able to manage them, and where.
Welcome to GoToWebinar, web events made easy.
Great deal of benefits to you. It will deliver a great deal of benefits, saved costs and reduced timelines to your organisation is Citrix Zen Desktop 4. It, in addition to being a nicely snapped-in virtualization, desktop virtualization solution which will work very well with the existing Zen app environments, it has a number of key components which will deliver even greater benefits to your corporate network. The first one is HDX, which effectively makes any virtual desktop perform just as well as a traditional PC, local PC environment. There's a FlexCast, which actually provides us with a great deal of flexibility in virtualizing the desktops, both in an online and offline application. And of course, we have the Zen app, which I'm sure is already in most of your production environments in some way, shape, or form. The key thing here is that the Zen desktop environment is an open architecture, so it will take advantage of any hypervisor or any storage area network solution or storage solution that you have within your network environment. So that takes us to the conclusion of our presentation today. Look, we're going to be posting a few bits and pieces on our website at the conclusion of this webinar. There's a couple of white papers, and we'll also put some contact details for the Applaud sales team, should you want to discuss either some sort of proof of concept, or even if you just like to trial an account at www.applaud-cloud.com. We'd welcome you to contact us directly. Please don't miss our Windows 7 migration seminar next month at the Western Hotel. It's on April 27th. We're going to be inviting some people from both Citrix and Microsoft to talk to you about both of these technologies in greater depth. We'll be doing a bit of a technical deep dive as well, perhaps a little bit more detailed than the one that Nick did this morning. And obviously we'll be giving you opportunities to talk to some of our technical resources and the Microsoft Citrix people as well. And as far as your own organisation is concerned, talk to us about developing your own implementation plan. Even if you feel it's premature to go down a Windows migration path yet, please do talk to us, because we can help you develop that plan with a view to take into consideration budgets and what resources you'll need and so forth. I'm just going to open up to any questions that any of you might have had, and then we'll close the webinar. So Vanessa, were there any questions? No questions?
Yeah.
There was a question?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, what was that? Hello? Who's that?